Talking about Brock Purdy, and I'm more about the Cowboys game from Sunday. Cowboys and 49ers doing a little bit of chirping, and Spadone back there. So now that I'll play it again. This is Micah Parsons, and then we'll play the retort.
Right.
This is Micah Parsons saying we'll get him next time.
George Kittle had 3 touchdowns on us, and he posted this thing to IG. He said, F Dallas. I just feel like he's making it way more personal than it had to be. Kittle's my guy, but I'm going to say this. Laugh now, cry later. We got something for that. Just trust. If we see them again, just trust. And we're going to put it just like that. I ain't going to put too much on it. You're going to make it personal. We can make it personal. That's cool.
Wow. That's what's wrong with the streets today, Steiny.
He's taking it personally about the shirt. But
in the same sense, watch out, but you my boy. Okay. Kittle's my guy, but
don't you understand?
I know.
Don't you understand what he's doing?
No,
there?
He's got bigger problems.
He's
is what I'm saying.
playing all sides.
Yeah, but except the side where you're supposed to go kick the team in red and gold's ass.
But he said no shit. He said
about
no
be
shame.
quiet. You got your ass kicked. Shut up. Go back to the lab.
He doesn't have to.
Do your talking with your play. How they used to do it back in the 70s and 80s, even 90s.
You got that response from Debo, Spadone?
I have not heard this.
I don't know that I have either. Right. Where did he do it? A podcast? Or?
He's on a weekly with the Up and Adams podcast with Kay Adams.
And everybody is. Debo Samuel.
How personal is it? It was already personal before the game started. Now, 42-10, I don't think you want to see us again. It might be a little bit worse.
Wow. Debo.
I don't know what we trust.
Micah, Debo, I don't know what to say. I'm getting uncomfortable.
I don't know what we trust. We trust, laugh now, cry later. I don't think you want to see us again.
Wow.
Knockout goes to Debo.
It might get worse.
The knockout occurred before either of those guys opened their mouth.
Well, I'll give you a 1.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
42-10.
Do we have let me I had Kittle sound here I want to play too. I don't know what it's on, but just take a listen.
I think that's one of our best team performances. On Sunday Night Football, it's my favorite night to play because everybody's watching. There's a ton of football just played, and everybody's sitting at home with their friends and family, either celebrating or, mourning, but they're still watching that game. And for us to go out like that, and you talk about our defense. Fred Warner played a hell of a game tonight. Interception, forced fumble, bunch of tackles. Our whole D-line was fantastic. And then you look at our special teams. Wisnowski just can't not punt it great. He's been fantastic. All those punts inside the 10, inside the 5. It's really difficult as an offense to do that, especially when you're coming out of the end zone and our crowd's really loud. George Odom's fantastic. He had all those tackles on special teams. He really sets the tone, gets the crowd going. And then every time you put the ball in one of our skill positions' hands, they have an opportunity to score a touchdown. So we have a really good team. We're healthy, and we're clicking right now.
Clicking in week 5.
Man.
Somebody talked about, I'm worried they're going to peak too soon. What does that look like?
Well, they didn't peak too soon last year when they got to the NFC Championship. They went the other way. Remember those days where they were under 500?
I'm just, how are you going to?
When you got the talent they have and you got the play calling that they have, I'm going Kyle and Wilkes. Steiny, I just don't. Everybody slips up. They're human, right? But I just don't see it right now, man. I believe this team is on a mission. They don't need anybody telling them that they've been close. Debo's been talking to the Philly guys in the offseason. That might have went too far. But here they are. You can't tell me they're not trying to forget Kyle. They're trying to win one for themselves, man. And they got a lot of damn talent. And we hadn't even talked about the transaction that went down Thursday or Friday with Randy Gregory. He'll probably be on the field at Cleveland.
Are you texting people? That's your number on the text line.
It's not my number.
Isn't it?
No.
The gray part. You don't need to respond to those people. Hell with those people.
But why would you snitch and say that I'm doing it?
Well,
now I might have to have a conversation with the higher-ups.
About?
Doing that.
No, conversation with the higher-ups. Just tell them no. Last time a higher-up said, Steiny, we need to have a talk. No.
You did not say no. Your ass was in there. Please. I love you act so tough about your job. You're human like we all need it, Steiny. You need the job.
We'll see. I want to play some more of this sound. Here's your guy, Jerry Jones. They're talking about another matchup.
Well, what do you think are some of the things that you think could be different, done differently if and when you face San Francisco next time that maybe you would have liked to see Sunday?
Yeah, well, that's a good point. You did at the last, bring in San Francisco. We're not going to be playing San Francisco every Sunday, and they're a good team. But this one we're playing this weekend's a good team, too. And so I think that we can do some things differently in how we attack them, our strategies. Some of the things that we tried to do out there Sunday night, on hindsight, we'd do it differently.
There you go. They're already looking for that rematch.
One thing about Jerry, he cares. Joe Lacob, he cares.
How would you compare Lacob and Jerry Jones?
Oh, I think they got a lot of similarities. They're killers.
The
one's winning, one hasn't in 30 years. Joe is,
interesting. And Cowboys have who this? Oh, Chargers.
Monday night.
Chargers.
That ain't dude, they could be 3-3.
Are they out of it then?
No, the map is still there.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
888-957-9570 is the number. Steiny and Guru with you on 95.7 The Game. We're talking about the San Francisco 49ers, their 5-0 start. And do they smell a little like the 73-win Warriors? Forget the finals. We don't have to talk about that. We'll just talk about the regular season. I mean, do they have 2016 Golden State Warrior vibes? I mean, who's going to beat them? I mean, if they stay healthy, how are they losing more than 2 games?
Man. And I'm including the offs with that. Well, all it takes is one in the offs and you go home, but I'm with you. It's got to be Philly. Philly's got the offense and defensive line on a good day. They got Swift. He's running the ball. So they will obviously have to be perfect like the Niners, but it's week 5. You got a game coming up against Cleveland. I don't want to look past it, Steiny, but you asked me a question. I'm looking at the schedule. Maybe Baltimore. I don't know. You got a Rams again.
How's Baltimore going to win when they're going to get shut out?
Well, why do you say they're going to get shut out? Come on, Steiny. Harbaugh.
He's overrated. Jim is better now.
His brother's got John's got a Super Bowl.
You know what? My criteria is hold on.
What you got?
Let's go out to a certain part of the Bay. What's going on, caller?
Skinny Bob.
Hey there.
Hello?
Hey, Priest.
Priest.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, baby?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm listening to the Brock Purdy worship hour and thought I'd just call and chime in.
Sure.
I watched that game. I watched that game Sunday night, because I really wanted to see and stop being, because I don't watch 49er football that often, nor do I watch Dallas. So I wanted to see that game. And I pretty much saw I didn't see what I expected. Dallas imploded. I think Dallas pretty much gave the game to the 49ers. I think the 49ers have a powerful team. They are extremely talented, especially on defense. And to me, their scheme is so what Kyle has done to me. Let me just give you my version of it. What he's done is taken the running game and turned it into an exotic thing. I'm more mesmerized by their ability to run the football. Not only that, but augmented by the passing game. And, I saw the genesis of all of this back in the 70s and 80s. But, I've been watching this game a long time, man. I watched and I understand what you guys are saying about Brock Purdy, but in that offense, you never a competent quarterback is always going to have glowing stats. So are the receivers. The stats of Brock Purdy don't impress me. because that's consistent with that offense. I watched Joe Montana years and years and years ago in one of the early games, early in his career. He was 16 for 16. 12 of the passes were behind the line of scrimmage. And people were going nuts about how great a quarterback he was. And I just laughed because I wasn't used to watching football like that. So my thing is, I started watching football in 1965, man. So watching these offenses develop over the years, I understand where it's coming from. Paul Brown, Sid Gilman really advanced the passing game. What Kyle Shanahan has done is saying, you're not going to stop me from running the football because I will run it by pitching the ball out, throwing these short passes and letting them run with it. And that's coming from Bill Walsh. Started that stuff way back there with Paul Horford.
Thanks, Priest. Appreciate the call. I was hoping Priest would cut to the chase and, whether he thinks they can win it or not with Purdy.
No, I think he thinks they can because he knows football. And
no Jordan Poole.
I'm gonna say this, and it's not to piggyback off of what Priest said, but I think Priest, the genesis, Steiny, was he's giving Kyle a majority of the credit. But I watched that football game last night, and I love and respect Jimmy Garoppolo. But when you see Garoppolo in a different offense without the fear of a Kyle Shanahan, because McDaniels is not that, I just start giving credit again to Kyle for getting Jimmy as his starting quarterback to multiple NFC championship games and a Super Bowl. So I'll leave that there. We can forget about Brock Purdy, but when I watched Jimmy last night with his imperfections, I was like, damn, Kyle had to live through that roller coaster, Steiny, but he got him to 6 minutes within winning the Super Bowl. So, again, Priest don't need me to speak for him, but I felt like Priest was saying Kyle's offense is why Brock is doing so well.
Okay.
And we see it a bit different because we agree, but we also agree that Brock is bringing something to the table. Need a shirt. I'm bringing something to the table. Because Brock is. His ability to read it and process it. Get rid of the rock, look downfield.
I mean, I'm torn between the fact that Brock's so much better than Garoppolo, or seems that way. But Garoppolo was the quarterback on their Super Bowl team that went to the Super Bowl. So,
and he hadn't had a lot of go ahead.
No, how can you not acknowledge that as great as Purdy is, this is what Kyle does. He gets the most out of quarterbacks.